$90 speaker versus $350 speaker. This is the oraimo SpaceBox Pro and this is the JBL Xtreme 4. Today we're going to be comparing these two party speakers you might actually buy. One costs almost 500,000 naira and the other one costs just under 130,000 naira. They differ in size, in design, in battery, and of course in sound quality, but I'm not bringing any expectations yet. In this video we're going to be testing them individually and then we'll be doing a blind test. And by the end of this video you'll know everything you need to know about these speakers and which one gives more value for the price. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Let's start with what comes in the box. The oraimo SpaceBox Pro comes in a familiar oraimo green and black box. Inside it, you get the speaker itself, a strap with metal ends that you can use to carry it around like this. You also get a welcome guide and a Type-C to Type-C cable for charging, or the oraimo cord. The JBL pretty much offers the same thing. You get the strap and the speaker, except this one comes with a charging cable that has an AC adapter, plus interchangeable plugs for regional options. That is, depending on which part of the world you are, either in America or Europe or Africa or Thailand or Korea, wherever, you get interchangeable plugs. I think JBL had a leg up here with the extra plugs that you're getting, and it's still almost the same thing you're getting in the box, except, quantity wise. Now let's talk about design. The oraimo SpaceBox Pro has this rectangular look and it looks big, but it's still quite portable. The whole body is plastic, but it still feels solid, and in front you get this metal grille that covers the speaker and it gives that rugged feel. On top, you have 7 control buttons: the power button, the Bluetooth, volume, playback buttons, the light show button, and the bass button. For the light show, which oraimo calls the infinite beat lights, you can choose between 4 different modes. Flanking the controls on either side are brackets to hook the strap, and just in front of those buttons, you get the charging indicators. There's nothing too much going on here. It's a clean design, and you can see the diaphragms on either side. They vibrate very well, as you'd expect, and you also get rubber feet underneath it. Now, at the back right under the SpaceBox Pro label are the ports. There's a mic, an aux port, a micro SD card port, a USB-A port, and a USB-C port. The JBL Xtreme 4, on the other hand, has the familiar round design, thick fabric all around, big rubber ends, and they have the diaphragms with the exclamation mark for their branding, and then the large JBL logo in front. It looks and feels expensive, no doubt. Similarly, you get the controls up top, the volume controls and playback, power button, Bluetooth button, and their multi-speaker connector button, as well as the metal brackets to the side by side. There's just the USB-C port at the back, which can charge your speaker and then serve as a power bank to charge your phone, but there are no other ports. Also, there's no light show for JBL. Sorry, light show lovers. Side by side, they both look like they were built for outdoor use. They both look rugged, and they can still pass for everyday use, even indoors. They are both relatively portable, but depending on your setup, they might feel a little too big for indoor use. Again, depends on your preference. Now, for the build quality, again, the oraimo SpaceBox Pro is mostly plastic, and it might feel a little fragile in the hand, but it has been tested from different heights and it held up pretty well. Now, I wouldn't advise you to drop your speaker. Please be careful with your speaker. Overall, the body feels fairly sturdy. There's no rattling sound with this when you move it around. And the grille in front, it feels tough enough to handle some drops. It feels like it can handle some drops. Again, please don't drop your speaker. The buttons here feel firm. The straps are metal, which is nice. It's a nice touch against all the other plastic stuff going on around here. It comes with an IPX4 rating, which means it can handle a few water splashes. Just stay away from heavy water, dust, or sand. The JBL Xtreme, on the other hand, is water and dust resistant with an IP67 rating. Overall, both of them are solid speakers, but the JBL is definitely tougher here. The oraimo holds its own, and it feels strong. It feels strong enough for normal use, like your house parties, your outdoor hangouts. They'll both work fine. The oraimo SpaceBox Pro uses Bluetooth 5.4, and pairing is really fast. Once you power it on,
power on, connected.
It goes straight into pairing mode and connects to your phone almost instantly. After the first time, it reconnects automatically whenever you turn it on. You also get multiple ways to play your music. A micro SD card slot is nice here, USB ports, aux input, and you also can do karaoke with the mic inputs if you have like small gatherings. The JBL Xtreme 4 also connects through Bluetooth 5.3. Although an older model, it pairs just easily with the JBL portable app, and you can tweak the sound and even link multiple JBL speakers together using their party boost thing. With the SpaceBox Pro, Oraimo also keeps up. It has what they call the true wireless stereo, TWS, so you can connect two speakers to play the same sound for a more immersive experience. Both Bluetooth speakers have apps. For the Oraimo is the Oraimo Sound app, and for the JBL is the JBL portable app. Something minor I noticed was that I was able to simply add the Oraimo SpaceBox to the app when I paired it. But for the JBL, it needed me to disconnect first and then reconnect to the Bluetooth speaker for the app to get working. It's minor and it probably doesn't mean anything. I like the design of the JBL app as a designer, especially with the gradients, but they have similar controls. When you click on the speakers, you get the image of the speaker and their respective options beneath them. For JBL, you can see the battery indicator, which reads in complete percentages. You can play with the equalizer. You can boost the sound to somehow make it louder and extend your playtime while it turns off equalizer. You can pair two JBL speakers, check out the product guide information, update the firmware, or even factory reset your speaker. Pretty nifty app. For Oraimo, on the other hand, you can also see your battery indicator, which reads in tens, not whole percentages. You can adjust the volumes, you can boost the bass, you can play with the equalizer, and even add effects to Kareoke like reverb. Plus, you can actually control the light on the speaker in any of the 4 modes. That one I really like. Plus, you get a whole color picker. You also get Oraimo's playtime boost mode that also shuts off your bass and equalizer. You can turn on or turn off voice prompts, you can update the firmware, you can get the guides, and you can also provide feedback. Both apps give pretty similar and robust options, so nice to have. Now let's get to the part everyone has been waiting for, the sound quality. How do these speakers sound? So we did a little blind test with 4 people. Nobody knew which speaker was which. We just played a song on Musicbed and a scene from a movie trailer to test how they performed, and we got people here, so we're going to get into it. But before we do that, I wanted to give my thoughts on each of them first. First off, the Oraimo SpaceBox Pro is surprisingly loud for its size. Listening to both of them at 50% volume consistently, I could hear a lot of nuances. I like the bass on the JBL, and I noticed that Oraimo thrives more in the highs. When you turn on the heavy bass feature on Oraimo, it gets to a different level. Again, same volume, Oraimo somehow gets louder than the JBL, but there's a certain oomph that you get with the JBL that's not present. Oraimo definitely takes the cake when it comes to loudness. But the thing to know is that there's some difference when it comes to speakers, and especially a speaker that is almost 4 times the price. When you read up on Oraimo's SpaceBox Pro, you'll see that it comes with a 4-inch subwoofer for the bass that you hear, and dual 2-inch tweeters, and dual passive radiators on the side or the diaphragms. Oraimo has this speaker rated at 80 watts, and on the other hand, JBL's Xtreme 4 has 2 tweeters rated at 15 watts and 2 woofers rated at 20 watts on battery. And when you plug this in, or when AC power goes in, it goes up to 20 watts for each tweeter and 30 watts for each woofer, and the woofers are right in the center and the tweeters are on the side. Alright, now let's get into the blind test.
You still gotta think about it. Take you all night for the rest of your life. But until you change your mind, you can put me on airplane mode. You can put me on. You can put me on. You can put me on. But until you change your mind, you can put me on. You can put me on. You can put me on airplane mode. But until you change your mind, you can put me on.
Yeah, I love that.
I think that based on loudness, the one here that I don't know which it is louder than the one here. But the one here has more sound quality than this one. Has that oomph to it.
I think I prefer what I'm hearing from my left side than my right. And the reason is because I feel like the sound coming from this speaker has like more dynamic range, because I could hear all the mid-range vocals, the bass, as well as the high frequency. So it's coming out more. I can literally hear everything. For this, I feel like the bass is actually good, but I don't know. I just like this. I don't know what is here.
I feel like this one sounds more premium than this one on the left here, and yeah, the bass is, the bass is clear. Everything is clear. Like everything is balanced. I feel like the sounds are well balanced, but this one, the bass is lower than this.
Audibly, you can tell that there's a serious difference between the two because of their price point and whatnot. But having listened to both, I'm quite surprised that the one I preferred, genuinely what the sound I preferred from my initial listening, the sound I preferred was the one on my right, which, I mean, on my right, this side.
Some people look at Sonny Hayes. They see a guy who lives in a van, a junkie who missed his shot, the best that never was. But I see possibility.
This sounds clear compared to this.
The difference is clear. Both of them sound really good, but then you can hear the richness in one.
Which one are you hearing the richness from?
The one here.
This one has like more depth. All the sounds are clear, and is well balanced over the one on my left.
And so when I first listened, before I knew which one was which, I thought that this was the more expensive one because it just sounded cleaner, it sounded fuller. I mean, if you were watching, you would have seen it in my reaction. As of when this one started playing, instantly I was drawn to it.
The one on my right is $90. Are you serious? Are you serious? What if that's the case? $90, so I'm buying. I think this is oraimo and I think this is JBL. Don't want to look back. Of course.
I think this is JBL. I think this is oraimo.
I think this is 500k and this is 130k.
Are you absolutely sure, Patrice?
I'm sure. Obviously, I want the 500k because it's 500k.
What's up?
I'm fairly certain that this is the oraimo and I prefer the sound that I heard on the right side compared to
Hey! Wow! Wait, wow! Are you for real?
We also tested the Bluetooth range on the both of them and they performed similarly well. They stayed connected for 2 flights of stairs when the door was open in the studio here, and when the door was closed we could only go as far as 1 flight of stairs before the sound started cutting off. Like I mentioned earlier, oraimo supports having a karaoke mode with this, and if you want to try it, there's a dedicated mic port at the back. I tested it out in a short video. It was surprisingly fun. Pardon my voice.
I've been on my own for long enough. Since it is cold and empty, no one turns around.
But if you've got a mic or plan to get one, you should definitely try it. The JBL doesn't have that feature, so that is a small win for oraimo here. Next up, and finally, battery life. Easily one of the most important things to consider in any portable speaker. The oraimo SpaceBox Pro comes with a 5000 mAh battery, and oraimo claims that you get around 20 hours of playtime with a 2-hour fast charge. In my test, I started using this at around 60%, and it took roughly 4 hours before it started to give me a battery low warning at 20%, and then an hour, a little bit over an hour before it went off. I used a 180 watt charger in the studio and we're able to get this to 100% in just a little bit over an hour. That is really good fast charging paired with the long playback time, which makes it even more convenient. The JBL Xtreme 4 on the other hand is rated for up to 24 hours of playtime, and it supports fast charging as well. And like I mentioned, it comes with its own adapter or adapters plugs in the box, and you have to source your charging adapter for this one separately. But it comes with a cable, a oraimo cord in the box. All in all, and based on what you've seen so far, what do you think of both Bluetooth speakers and which one fits in your budget currently? Let me know in the comments below. And I think oraimo did a good job with this affordable Bluetooth speaker. It lets you get some of the quality stuff without spending 4 times the price, and I'll have a link in the description below if you want to check it out. Click here to watch my video where I react to my older videos, and I think it's fun. A lot of the comments said it was inspirational, and yeah, I'll see you guys in that video. It's quite fun. See you there.